The GH recap for May 31, 2023, has the truth about Trina's paternity. The General Hospital recap features Marcus Taggert learning a painful truth. In this episode, Trina finally found out who her bio-dad was while Spencer pondered the things Victor left him in his will. Anna was disturbed as Jocelyn did her best to convince Carly to give the feds evidence against Sonny, but soon news arrived about Willow. Finally, Gregory and Alexis talked things out at the Invader after Esm caused a crisis. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the details. Trina, Tabiana Ali, waited anxiously at the hospital for the DNA test results as Curtis, Donald Turner, told Marshall, Robert Gossett, Portia, Brooke Kerr, and Stella, Vernie Watson, what was going on. They urged him to get to the hospital and be with Trina. At least Trina had the man she thinks of as her dad with her. Taggert, Rail Andrews, was right there at his baby girl's side to deal with whatever news may come their way together. Trina feared that things would change if the test results said that Curtis was her bio-dad, especially since she would like to know Curtis. She didn't want to hurt Taggert, but her dad put her mind at ease that he would always be her father. When Portia and Curtis arrived, they found Taggert and Trina in an embrace. The nurse then arrived with the test results, and we learned that Curtis is indeed Trina's biological father. Trina immediately explained she was not looking for a replacement dad, and Curtis understood. Poor Marcus decided to leave Trina, Portia, and Curtis alone to absorb this news, but broke down crying once he was alone in the elevator. He was devastated by the idea that Trina was not biologically his. Back at the beach house, Stella and Marshall discussed the whole paternity mess, and Stella admitted she feared Curtis would never talk to her again because she kept Portia's secret. Marshall assured her that wasn't true. After all, he was attempting to give Portia a second chance. Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, couldn't believe that Carly, Laura Wright, was not willing to throw Sonny, Maurice Bernard, under the bus to save herself and begged her mother to reconsider. Carly insisted she was not going to give the feds information on Sonny, despite what he did with Nina, Cynthia Watrous. She wanted to move past things. Jocelyn didn't like this idea and turned her back as soon as Sonny approached them in the hospital halls to say goodbye. After Sonny left to see Nina, a bitter Jocelyn pointed out he was still choosing Nina over them, and that would not do at all. When Carly rightfully told her that Nina was his fiancée, Joss didn't want to hear it and wondered how she could allow herself to go to jail and have Nina be Donna's stepmother. Even Michael, Chad Duell, told her to stop and agreed this was Carly's choice. So Jocelyn angrily said that Michael knows all about making choices for people. A confused Carly wanted to know what was really going on. Michael and Joss were saved by the bell, or at least a phone call from Pilar about Donna. When Carly walked away, Joss and Michael continued their argument. Jocelyn thought that the Pikeman shipment recording was a perfect way to get Carly off the hook, so she urged Michael to give it to their mom. They never finished their conversation because Carly and TJ, Taj Bello, had news. Willow's bone marrow transplant was complete. She wasn't out of the woods yet, but TJ was very optimistic. Victor's, Charles Shaughnessy, will reading seemed to be over, but there were more surprises. Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, was very curious as to what was in the small box he was handed, but Laura, Jenny Francis, wasn't even sure he should open it. Anna, Finola Hughes, arrived before he could make a decision and listened to her part of the video, which is when things got a lot more interesting. The lawyer pressed play, and Victor moved on to his other nephew, Nicholas. He was grateful for how close they once were, so Victor bequeathed him a place to live with Spencer as the caretaker. The lawyer handed Spencer an envelope, but Anna was next on the list. Victor explained that he was leaving her with the truth. Anna wasn't quite sure what he was talking about, but she was definitely spooked. Finally, Laura learned that Victor left her the chance to live the rest of her life in peace, with both his respect and admiration for winning their decades-long game. When the whole ordeal was over, Spencer opened the envelope and found the contents were in Russian. Anna managed to figure out it was a deed to a property, but the property remained a mystery. Anna was still a bit distracted by Victor's words, so she made her way out of Laura's apartment quickly while Spencer researched his new mystery property, which turned out to be in Chechnya. This caused Laura to wonder if that was a hint to where Nicholas had been hiding. This freaked out Ava, Maura West, who didn't want Laura to find her son anytime soon. Upstairs, Spencer finally opened the small box that Uncle Victor left him and found the 2 turtle doves Uncle Cyrus, Jeff Cover, gave him to give Trina when he was released from Pentonville. Spencer also found a mystery key under the cotton the doves were placed on. Nina was thrilled when Sonny showed up at the Metro Court, and they could spend some time together. The pair discussed their wedding, but Anna's arrival interrupted them. Nina immediately gave Anna a big hug for helping rescue Liesel, Kathleen Gaddy, which in turn is going to hopefully save Willow's life. Things soon took a turn when the WSB arrived to arrest Anna. She immediately knew this had to do with Victor's version of the truth. Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, walked into her office to find Esm, Avery Kristen Pohl, freaking out, and Gregory Harrison, trying to calm her down. She insisted she was going to be fired because she forwarded a source email to the global list. Esm admitted she was a mess thinking about Spencer and Laura taking care of Ace, but at least Gregory fixed her mess, and Alexis decided to let this mistake go. She dismissed Esm immediately and learned that Gregory made sure the invader didn't suffer. Gregory also apologized for the way he has been acting toward Alexis of late. He explained that he didn't want to be a burden to anyone and felt guilt for dumping his diagnosis on her. When Alexis seemed to ghost him, he thought he was right, but she finally texted him and broke the ice. The friends came to an understanding, and Gregory accepted a job on the Invader editorial board.